Hello students, in our today's term discussion, let's try to understand what is the meaning of the word labeling theory. Usually in movies, you are going to see some stereotypes. For example, if they want to show you that somebody is a funny guy, somebody is stupid, one particular community is shown. In America, this is very common. If they want to show you a criminal, somebody is committing an act of a crime, usually they show an Afro-American, or a drug dealer, it's going to be a Mexican or Latin American. In India, if they want to show you somebody who is a terrorist, one particular community will be shown. How these stereotypes are going to bring an impact on the society, this phenomena is called to be as labeling approach. This concept of social interaction on the basis of symbols, on the basis of labels, this has been given by a sociologist. His name is Howard Becker. For the first time, he mentioned this concept in a book which was called to be as Outsiders. Why is this important? Because on the basis of labels, we try to make different forms of interaction. And this is nothing but associated to one of the important fields which has been begun by George Herbert Mead, and here this is under the concept of symbolic interactionism. The first concept of labeling approach was given by Howard Becker, but there is another sociologist. His name is Edwin Lemart. Edwin Lemart was trying to tell that this crime or these labels are nothing but a form of a deviance, and there are two forms of deviance. One is called to be as a primary deviance, where when somebody is committing the act for the first time. On the another, there is something called to be as a secondary deviance. It means when there is a label that has been attached to that person, so they are going to think, anyways the society is giving me such form of a label, let me act according to my label. Society is telling me that I am a cheater, I will act and become a cheater. Society is telling me that I am a terrorist, society is telling me that I'm an unemployed, let me remain unemployed, let me act like a terrorist. So here Edward Lemart was trying to define the concept of labels or deviances into two forms. Now let us try to see what are some of the important other sociologists who have been primarily associated with this concept. So first let me define what is the meaning of deviance. In simple terms, deviance, it can be regarded as a sociological phenomena in which a person is behaving on the basis of a certain identity which is given to them. So here the concept of behaviors, the behavior is attached to the phenomena of identities. Who are the primary sociologists who can be considered as attached to this labeling theory? One, I am not forgetting, it has been given by Howard Becker. Edwin Lemart, he was also associated with providing this. And if we look the dramaturgical approach which has been given by Irving Goffman, he was trying to tell that when people are playing their dramas, these dramas are attached to these labels and they act accordingly. Even if you remember, R.K. Merton is popularized with his theory called to be as self-fulfilling prophecy. When you give them the label, then they are going to act in an accordingly manner. So Merton's self-fulfilling prophecy, Irving Goffman of giving labels and then they will act in that drama. Lemart was trying to define these labels as primary and secondary deviance. And not to forget, Becker was the one who is associated with giving this term. I want you to use these terms in your answer writing. It's a very popular and a very beautiful word that is being used, nothing but in the field of symbolic interactionism. I will see you with some another term in our next class. Up till then, have a nice day.